Alright, well hello YouTube. I'm David Boucher and welcome to day 30 of my 6-month life transformation chronicle. It's nuts. I mean, day 30, you're going to hear me say that a lot, probably today and tomorrow, because it does blow my mind a little bit. Sorry, I'm going to let Tango out here. That it's gone by so fast. It's nuts. I had to pay my second round of bills today without a paycheck, and I was ready for it, but it still hurts. And every time I have to put one of these payments in, it definitely just accentuates how fast time goes, and how even though I've got some savings, it's probably good to line up a couple clients as well. But I'll get into that later. I have wanted to do a finance video, but that will come later when I've had some time to put some charts and some numbers together. Anyways, hope you're doing well. Hope your week has started off great and that you're making progress towards your goals. As usual, I'll just provide quick update of what's been going on, and so what I'm doing kind of day to day, and then also some thoughts that you could use as takeaways afterwards. So in terms of what I've been doing, twofold. So first one is to give you an update on the first client I mentioned yesterday. Unfortunately, it won't be this week. It's looking like maybe next week. There's a lot of paperwork involved. There's background checks, things like that. It's totally understandable. It's more than I expected. So it's been taking a lot of time to get that ready, but it's moving. The process is going forward. I should be on site sooner than later, which is fantastic. I'm very happy about it. But that's what I've been spending the last day or so doing, is just getting all the paperwork ready. Second thing I did today, which was really enjoyable, was someone who reached out to me after the article was published. So as usual, I leave a link to that in the description section. But he is keeping a record of different people's stories of what they want out of life and how they've gotten to their own version of financial independence. And he's just a really nice guy. It's our second talk, and today was the recorded talk. So the intro, or us introducing ourselves to each other, was a couple weeks ago. Today was the actual recording. It was a lot of fun. And so as soon as he's done with that, as I did with the podcast from a few days back, I'll post the link. But it was very kind of him to have me on, and I was very happy to join in the conversation. So the other thing I wanted to touch on definitely dovetails into that. And so the reason that I want to talk to as many people as I can is, first of all, I really enjoy meeting people and learning about them. The second thing is, it's obviously just great to have a network of people that can help you. I mean, that's obvious, but if I could broaden that more, I just got an email from one of the consulting websites I'm on, so it's called Spare Hire. And occasionally someone will reach out to me with jobs for which they think I'd be a good fit. And it's great. I mean, I haven't gotten any jobs with them yet, but it is nice to know that there is a service, or maybe it's even just a bot, right? I mean, it'd be nice for a person, but maybe it's just an AI that's sending me these jobs. And the reason I bring it up is because there's a lot of work involved in setting up what I call breadcrumbs, right? So you want to leave as many breadcrumbs out there as possible, have them lead to you, but also have an incentive to have people follow those breadcrumbs. And so if you look at the amount of time that is required to drop those, it's an investment, right? You have to set up, well, first you have to find out what services there are. And some of those, it's because I knew them, and some of those just because people told me, so I had to go out and meet people. Others was, I was doing research and an ad popped up. So there's work in finding them. Then there's work in setting up a profile for all of them. A lot of times it's not just as simple as importing your LinkedIn. You actually have to do different formats and provide different information. So there's a lot of work. And then the third is to actually keep up with all of them. But having done it, I can't see it being a bad thing. Unfortunately, I was turned down from another consulting jobs offer that was sent to me. But it's okay. I'm trying to focus not so much on the internet right now, but if I did want to switch to that, so let's say all my leads dried up, I could, because I've done the legwork up front to set up those breadcrumbs. So I would say that if you're a freelancer now, I'd love to hear your thoughts on what you do beyond the white papers and beyond, I would say, the traditional, we'll call it inbound marketing, right? We'll just use that. So ways to get people to come to you. I'm curious about not so much the content you're producing, but what accounts do you have, and what steps do you take so that you've got a presence in as many places as possible to have people come to you. So I'd love to hear about that. And if you're thinking about becoming a freelancer, I would explore these now. I'd build a list of all the sites you could apply to, because there's different domains for all of them. Some of them are good for designers, others for tech people. So I would definitely start building that now. If you don't have a LinkedIn profile, build that out. I mean, no one looks at you funnily if you're setting up a profile on LinkedIn. You could be working and have one of those. And so to the extent that some of these sites do take LinkedIn, the quickest way you can make the transition to going freelance is to say, okay, my LinkedIn's done, import that into my list of services and be done. So, big topic today. It's just that having spoken with this person and then getting this offer online, not even an hour later, just made me realize that all that legwork I've done before, it will pay dividends. And so even though now I'm waiting to start for my first client, I just have to keep believing that the more I meet people, the more online presence I build, the better off things will go for me. So I just need to get the paperwork for the first client done, and then I'll get back to building that presence. So just it's what I wanted to cover today. It's day 30. Again, it's almost the end of the first month of this journey, which is crazy. But I hope you guys are all making great progress towards your goals. Please do keep leaving comments in the comment section. I've gotten some great ones, and we'll talk to you tomorrow for day 31. Thank you so much.